Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Welcome back to another live stream. I want to be as helpful as possible through this stimulus process. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Usually I don't do this, but temporarily we'll see if it gets out of hand, but I have the chat open. So feel free to ask questions. But I want to start with, yes, there have been reports of stimulus checks going to the wrong bank accounts. It's almost literally like the same problem with the social security numbers not matching, with the taxpayers, or tax preparers rather. That happened with the $1,200 check, that happened with the $600 check, is happening again. It's like, oh my gosh, they can't learn. It's frustrating. Hopefully, if you had your funds go to the wrong account, hopefully this gets redirected with your tax preparer, because otherwise there is a chance you might have to wait for that paper check. And it takes time for these payments to get sent, then get rejected, then to clear again, then a paper check to get issued. It's almost kind of like you potentially go to the back of the line, and it's not even your fault. It's just so frustrating. But it's certainly better than having to wait until next spring, for example, when you go file your taxes then. Anyway, I want to just clarify a couple things, actually 3 things up front here, and then we'll do some Q&A. So first thing to clarify, yes, private collectors can garnish your check. I did speak with actually a course member, one of the course members. Courses down below, obviously, you know that. Coupon code expires today. But one of the course members works at a collection agency, and they mentioned, at least in certain areas, like, for example, parts of California and other areas throughout the country, they were mentioning, collection companies are potentially not going to take advantage of this loophole and garnish people's stimulus checks, because it would come in such bad form that potentially they could lead themselves to more regulation. And this could almost be cannon fodder for lawmakers to say, that's it, now you're getting regulated. So who knows? So we'll see. But yeah, that is if you had a judgment against you for debts. Technically, there could be a garnishment of that funding if the collection company wanted to. So then we have the unemployment question. I mean, this question comes up over and over and over again, and I just want to make it very, very clear here. The IRS is saying, please wait. If you've already filed your 2020 taxes, please do not amend your tax return. They're trying to figure out how to solve it, because as soon as you file an amended tax return, it goes to manual review. It's kind of like you're going to the back of the line. It's a bad idea. If you have not filed yet, wait for the worksheet on unemployment, so that way you could claim that $10,200 in tax-free income for unemployment income. Keep in mind, the PPP application window has also been extended by a couple months. So if you haven't applied to the PPP yet, the government's basically saying, hey, get your free money. Seriously, they are trying desperately to give people free money with the PPP loans. And surprisingly, and I know I'm talking to a lot of people here who are listening to this, like, I don't know, Kevin, I just don't want to deal with the PPP. Just freaking do it. Like, when you do it, you will end up sending me an email or a DM in like 3 months. You'll be like, oh my God, not only did they give me a bunch of free money, but they let me refinance my EIDL loan. If you got an EIDL loan, which is different from the grant, but if you got a loan. Yeah, wow. Let's see here. Sorry, I see some comments here. I'm hoping everything's okay. Everything's okay with audio, right? We're good. We're good. Hello. I think we're good. Okay. Anyway, so continuing on, but yeah, seriously, apply for the EIDL, or sorry, not the EIDL. You can't apply for the EIDL anymore. Apply for the PPP. Anywho. Then we've got, okay, so unemployment, private collectors, PPP, very important. We got those out of the way. Let's do some quick Q&A. I want to talk a little bit. Anyone with Chase received their check yet? Chase and Wells Fargo have been talking about either the 17th or the 19th for some folks. So you might have to wait for that, unfortunately. Personally, I think that's because those companies just aren't pre-funding it for you. If my baby isn't born yet, but will be born within a month, how do I get the stimulus check? You'll get it when you file your taxes. So you have to file your taxes, and then you will get that money next year, unfortunately. However, that's for your stimulus check. However, you might be able to get the child tax credit on a monthly basis starting in July. There should be a portal in June that you can apply for, and then add the social security number for your newborn. And congratulations, on your pregnancy. Banks are rebalancing with Robinhood, so I can't buy your course until Chase and Robinhood settle their differences. That's not good. You've got issues there with Chase and Robinhood. We'll have to figure out a solution for you. Can I shout you out? Carlos, what's up? The Carlos DJ. Mine comes in the 17th. Hey, we're close. It's a couple days away. Let's see. Yeah, just briefly open chat. Usually I don't, but this is pretty rare because usually what happens is people come in and they start spamming a bunch of meat emojis, or they start going all caps, and then it becomes a disaster. Market closing live stream will be after this. I didn't get my $600 yet, and I need to put the recovery rebate. Will I need to now put $2,000 on my 2020 taxes, or just $600? Well, if you got the no. The $1,400 has to do with 2021. So you won't want to put $2,000 on your recovery rebate. You want, hold on, let me put slow mode on. It's going a little too fast. You'll want to put on $600. If you got the initial $1,200, then you should be good. Then you're not wanting to claim that $1,200. You got to calculate how many dependents you have. If it's just you, you're just claiming the $600 when you're filing your 2020 tax return. The $1,400 is all based on 2021. All right, let's see here. Conviction on CCIV and Tesla. Absolutely. Fun coupons. We love fun coupons. Okay. Need court judgment. That is correct for garnishment. Let's see here. Broke the chat. Oh my gosh. I'm looking for questions. So if anybody has questions on stimulus, we had a good intro there with a summary. Okay, here. If I was an Uber and Lyft driver, would I get the PPP loan? Yeah, if you apply for it, totally. In fact, you can apply using your gross income. Like literally, there is no reason for you not to apply. You just had to have started before February 15th. So if you started before February 15th, you're a gig worker, do it. I got margin called because Robinhood hasn't kept up with payments sent from Chase for like 2 weeks. They're like 2 weeks behind, so I can't trade. I'm sorry to hear that. No, that's unfortunate. Let's see here. Thank you for some of the compliments here. All right, PPP forgiveness. This is a good question. So the PPP forgiveness is honestly a joke. For most of us watching this, it's like a one-page form. You check like 14 boxes, like, hey, everything's good. And then you submit it, and then maybe they'll ask you for documentation, or they'll just take your word for it. Like they make it so freaking easy to get forgiveness. You generally don't have to worry about it. How long will the private lives? I have no plans on ending the private live streams. So if you're looking at the course because you want to use that coupon code and you're like, oh, it says it ends in July or whatever, what I do is I just extend that 3 months at a time over and over and over again. It's mostly because I have no plans of stopping doing the live streams, but I just want to make sure that it's clear, like I'm not going to do the live streams forever. Right? So I want to have that freedom to be able to say that's it. But again, I have no plans of that happening. Okay. Can you explain the targeted EIDL advance? Is the money going to be audited? Well, I mean, for you to get it, you're going to have to go through more of a qualification process. So I don't know if they're going to, I don't think they're auditing what you're doing with the money. I think they care about your eligibility more. And that would be you being in an area in excess of 20% poverty and having an economic loss of 30% or more. If I got a recovery rebate, but didn't file state taxes, will I get a stimulus? The federal government doesn't care if you didn't file state taxes. Your state does, though. If you're required to file in your state, you should file. I would say, Kevin, after watching 10 other channels, oh, well, I appreciate that. That's a nice shout out. Let's see. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more chat with an open chat here. I'm a adult dependent that has my direct deposit linked to my bank account. I'm going to actually, just for a moment, I'm going to turn that off and then just to honor those who are members here. And I'm way behind anyway on these questions. So we got enough. All right. I'm an adult dependent that has my direct deposit linked to my bank. Where will my stimulus check be sent? Well, if you are an adult dependent, it won't be sent to you. It will be sent to whomever claims you, to him or her that claims you. Yes, this is live. I know. All right, let's see here. One day we'll do a setup tour. Who knows? Maybe I can even collab with another YouTuber, and they can tour my set. I just don't have the patience to edit. Yeah. Why can't newborns in 2021 okay, yeah. So look, if newborns were born in 2021, the reason you're not eligible for a stimulus check for the newborn, well, you're eligible for it, you're just not going to receive it, is because the government doesn't have their existence yet. They don't have a social security number on a tax return with their information yet. So generally, you'd have to wait until next year. Okay, my parents claim me as an adult dependent. Is there any way for me to get $1,200 to $600 on my taxes? No. If you get claimed, your parents get it. Let's see. Stimulus is not taxable. That is correct. I answered this this live chat question. We answered the PPP forgiveness. All right. What else do we have here? Okay. Schwab. Does anybody know? Did Schwab get stimulus checks? So let's see here. Uncertainty on Dogecoin. There should be no uncertainty in Dogecoin. You see what we got here? We got the Doge. Can you still get the child tax credit for a child in July if your child turns 18 in September? Maybe for 2 months, but you're not eligible once they turn 18. So you would want to turn that off so you don't end up owing, because otherwise they will make you pay. Yes, if Wells Fargo, I think it's between the 17th and the 19th. Hey, Kevin, father of 5, and have been listening for a year now. You have changed me and my family's lives. Oh, well, Luther, thank you for that. I appreciate that. And I'm happy for y'all. As long as I changed your lives in a good way. I'm a 3D designer. Do you want to make the first Meet Kevin 3D NFT? I mean, that sounds interesting. Maybe shoot me an email with what you're thinking. Kevin@meetkevin.com. Who's buying a gun with this stimulus? Oh, okay. All right. I guess you could actually probably get a nice gun and a holster and an ammo set with $1,400. If I owe taxes on 2020 taxes and didn't fill out direct deposit, will they use my info for 2020? Yes. And whether you owe taxes is separate. They're not offsetting it, is my understanding. They're advancing you the 14. Yeah, because keep in mind, they're using your info from 2020. You get a bill. But the $1,400 is an advanced tax credit against your 2021 taxes. But yeah, I mean, if you didn't put your direct deposit info in, go to Get My Payment. IRS Get My Payment portal. Type that in Google, go to the .gov website. All right, what else do we have here? All right, Kevin, I only got half my money. I was supposed to get $7,000. I only got, okay. So if you did not get as much money as you thought you were going to get, it's obviously something went wrong. I would start by looking at your tax return. And do you have all the socials on there that are supposed to be on there? All the people on there? Where did the mistake happen? And figure that out. And then it's possible you might have to wait. I mean, it'll get fixed next year when you file your taxes, but nobody wants to wait that long, right? There's a chance you might have to wait, unless, I don't know if you doing an amended is going to get it to you any sooner. On your 2020, it shouldn't make a difference because, again, this is a 2021 tax credit. So, that does create a little bit of a problem. All right, what else here? Unemployment question. How does the new benefit year work for unemployment? Yeah, so I mentioned that. You're talking about the monthly benefits. It should just continue. You should just continue to put your claim in every single week, and you should be able to just continue all the way through September 6th, getting this boost, which is awesome. But yeah. All right, what else do we have here? Since I'm a dependent, tax filed separate, and I'm claimed on my parents' tax return. Yes, your parents get the $1,400 as long as they qualify income-wise. They got to qualify income-wise. When will non-filers option be available? I don't know. Let me see. IRS Get My Payment. I thought it was already open because they opened the Get My Payment portal. Get My Payment. You're right. They don't have the non-filers box. You're right. Hopefully within the next few days. That's interesting. Forbearance is still available. Fannie Freddie Mac forbearance was extended 3 months. So still available. You should absolutely consider getting forbearance. And type into YouTube, Meet Kevin Mortgage Forbearance. I've got a ton of videos on this stuff talking about my thoughts on mortgage forbearance. And I think it'll be very, very helpful for you. Okay. Do you think there will be anything in the future for homeowners? I mean, I think we already got it. The forbearance was such a great opportunity. And it still is. You could still get it. Okay. Can I apply for the PPP as a landlord? Unfortunately not. Can you apply for the PPP for a network marketing side hustle? Yes. Let's see. What's the best place to apply for the PPP? I can't tell you this is the best place. This is like the only place that I know that has made it easy for people. And I know there are many, many, many others. So my ignorance is by no means a ranking system. But I liked Cross River, which you can go to by going to metkevin.com/Veeam, Victor Echo Echo Mike. and they redirect you to Blue River. Baby born 2020, CPA hasn't completed taxes yet. Will child get stimulus this year? Well, if you haven't submitted your taxes yet, it's possible they're going to go off your 2019 at this point. And the answer is probably not. You might end up getting that on your next year's tax return, unfortunately. So when you see laundromat, who invested in a laundromat? Do you receive any confirmation from forgiveness? That's a good question. I have not heard people getting like a letter like, oh yeah, you're forgiven. I think usually, and I think one of the reasons there's a problem with that is they have like 90 or 120 days or something crazy. I think it's 90 to get back to you on an answer on forgiveness. So some people who applied for forgiveness in January, like they're still waiting. It's crazy. But I mean, you're supposed to get some kind of confirmation. I'm pretty sure it's 90 days. So I would expect to get like an email or something within 90 days. ITIN holders that filed and have dependents with social security numbers. Yes. So the children, like you should be receiving a stimulus check on, for the benefit of your children with social security numbers. Stimulus check goes to the person who claimed the dependent. IRS says do not amend your taxes for unemployment today. Correct. Thank you for reiterating that. Can you get a PPP without a bank account? That's going to be difficult. You should get a bank account like ASAP. There's really no reason for you not to have a bank account. I'm a W-2 worker with real estate rental income. No. Landlords have been getting denied left and right, and it's boosha. It sucks. Any idea on the U.S. dual national who lives abroad? Oh, man, that is a niche question right there. Would you just file taxes normally? I did not get any stimulus in 2020. Look, if you file your taxes and you're within the income thresholds, you should be eligible for the stimulus check as a U.S. citizen. Now, you live abroad. That part I don't know. I believe you are still eligible as a citizen. So I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to verify that. NFTs for stocks and shares in the future. I mean, stocks and shares are basically already NFTs, right? So I don't think so. Child tax credit starting in July. That's the goal, they say. Kevin, I work for an online casino. Like when a moderator and I get paid in crypto. When I cashed it out last year, I had to pay taxes on the money. Am I considered a private contractor at that point? If you got, did you get 1099? I mean, to me, you sound like a private contractor. To me, it doesn't sound like you're getting a W-2. But I could be wrong. So if you got a W-2, then no. If you didn't get a W-2, then you're self-employed, right? Hey, Kevin, can you tell me why my stimulus check hasn't come in with Direct Express? My guess is it could be sometime this week on Direct Express. I haven't gotten it yet. It is really why I moved out of Florida. It takes a lot. Yeah. Hopefully you get it soon. Question. My kids receive Social Security compensation because their biological mom passed away last year. Sorry about that. I have full custody of them. Does this affect my eligibility? It should not. It should not. But that's another very good question I'd have to verify. I don't believe so regarding the stimulus check. You end up, and also unemployment, you end up having more issues with food stamps when it comes to the income eligibilities. Kevin, I'm leaving California and moving to Arkansas March 26th. How would I receive my $1,400? Yeah, just do a change of address at the post office if you're expecting the mail. Do a change of address with them, and hopefully you get it before you leave. Maybe not with mail, since it sounds like you're moving soon. All right, let's see. Forgiveness for the EIDL. The only way to get forgiveness for the EIDL is if you refinance it with the PPP and then get the PP forgiven. Otherwise, you owe the EIDL back. But yeah, that's again why this PPP is so freaking awesome. Yeah, okay, so if you're seasonal, you're allowed to show income from before February. But if you don't have income from before February, it's going to be an issue. I'm 40 years old, $6K to invest. Where do I put it? Tech or crypto? Spread it out. I would not go all crypto. I mean, I don't want to tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm some dude on YouTube, right? I would love to test drive the Lucid. Unemployment question. How does the new benefit work? Oh, okay. Wait, we answered that already. Yes, we're going to do the stock market in just a few minutes. Let's see here. Kevin, can I just run away to Mexico without paying taxes? I'm pretty sure they have extradition agreements, so you probably get sent back for your court date. Okay, we answered the online casino one. Check my status. IRS says not available, not enough information. I would give it a few days and keep an eye on your bank account. We know their systems are terribly incapable and they suck. And if you've already gotten your stimulus checks in the past, like you've gotten your previous stimulus checks, I would be less worried. Like if you got your direct deposit with your previous stimulus check, just wait. Give it this week and wait it out before I would even start getting nervous. Like wait until at least the 19th before you get nervous on it, is my take. Yeah, especially if you've gotten previous direct deposits. For mail, that's going to take longer. Yes, I got a 1099 from PayPal with it. Well, there you go. There you go. As long as you started prior to Feb 15, 2020, then yeah, apply for the PPP. Is the real estate course worth it for someone living in England? I believe so. I think what you do is you, 90% of the principles and the content applies. You want to adjust loans and taxes. Those are going to be the segments that you want to get some adjustments in. IRS portal told me the check will be deposited on the 17th. Congratulations. I got a date of the 17th. Awesome. Now, keep in mind, it could say the 17th, but it could take another couple days for it to actually show up, right? So keep that in mind. All right. Let's see here. When do you anticipate people on Social Security? My anticipation is this week by Friday. We'll see. I asked the other day about the $300 credit boost. Now I'm curious if the $300 unemployment boost has to be reported to Social Security. Very good question. Yeah, I don't know. SSI, supplemental security income. Do you have to report the unemployment? I would call or email them and just ask them. Maybe somebody else can verify that. That's a really good question. I imagine they can anticipate this and it's already been considered, but I haven't heard of issues with this, so I'm not highly concerned. But I don't have a solid answer for you, so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully somebody else has an answer for you on that. Check the status on the IRS site. It says, oh, yeah, we answered that. Thor's hammer in the back would make a good NFT. Oh, thank you for that. Okay, the $7,000 for a family that someone died from COVID. The funeral reimbursements. Yeah, we haven't heard so they want to set up a Fannie Mae program for that, and they have not done that yet. So we'll have to stand by and wait for the Fannie Mae program for that. Okay, so we are going to jump on over to a market closing live stream in a couple minutes here. Yes, the current course members get access to the future live streams as well. Yeah, so if you buy, you're not going to get cut out or anything. Yeah, don't worry about it. People who bought the course back in 2018 still have access to the live streams, or 17 even. Well, no, I started in 18. Final 2019 direct deposit. It didn't get 21,600 when we moved. Worried $1,400 will be sent by check to the wrong address. File a change of address. Make sure you go to USPS and make sure that change of address is filed. Yeah, okay. Other thing. Thank you for showing me for not to be a paper-handed weenie baby. That's funny. Good. Well, congratulations. Good for you. I don't have a date set for Charles Huston. They have not replied to me, so I'm on standby for Charles. Hey, reach out to them and say get an interview with Kevin. But they've got my email in their box. Primary residence USDA loan 0% down. I want to rent it out and buy FHA 3.5% down. Should I do it right now? I don't see why not. If you can find a good deal, do it. If you find a good deal in real estate, do it. At this point, if you want to know about the child tax credit, where you start getting the monthly money, starting probably in July, do me a favor, type into YouTube, Meet Kevin Child Tax Credit. You're going to see explained the child tax credit. Really thorough video, and it'll help you explain that. I've got to run because the market is closing, so take a look at the course down below. The coupon code does expire today, the 38%. Take a look at all the courses. You can even bundle up if you want. I'm going to run to the market closing live stream, so if you got more questions or whatever, you're welcome to join over there. I'm going to run over to the market closing live stream. Thank you so very much for being here, folks. And we will see you in about 4 minutes when I'm over there. And you'll see a redirect screen pop up.